Hello again, everybody. I was on earlier today uh, dealing with scammers, and in today's video, I uh, I had some play-in music, and then I had an opportunity, and I used the same song to play out of the video. I got a couple of messages on Discord and a couple of whispers on Twitch asking me about the song. Um, It's it's something that I wrote a few years back. God, more than a few, probably 10, 11 years ago. And the story of the song goes that I was at a funeral home viewing hour thing for a very, very good friend of mine in the music community here. He passed away after battling with pancreatic cancer. And, I looked around that room and I saw everybody that was there, and it was like a reunion for most of the music community. And as I drove home, I was thinking things like, boy, he had a really good turnout for his viewing. And I started to wonder how many people are going to come to my viewing if I have one. And the answer to that was probably not many. Uh, I deal with PTSD from my military service. I am an older guy, and I was in Vietnam, and doesn't really matter where you were. The struggles are similar. I had the sad, occasional event where people that I had gotten close to went out on a mission, and just I never saw them again. And when that happens to you enough times, it starts to give you some calluses around your feels. And as a result of that, I then lived since my early 20s of not in a way that I don't let people close to me. Because, I mean, you let them close, they leave, they die, whatever. And to avoid that kind of emotional stress, I just shy away, to the point where now at my age, in my early 70s, I really have only 4 friends. Um, and I don't like meeting new people for anything other than just in passing. And that's definitely one of the symptoms that you can get with PTSD. Some guys that saw a lot of combat, they have it a lot worse than I did. But they actually sit in dark rooms and relive moments of extreme stress and anxiety over in whatever war they were in, be it Vietnam or the Gulf, wherever. But PTSD can manifest itself just in many ways. I mean, post traumatic stress disorder, whatever kind of trauma affects you, affects you. And people who've lost children, for example, are oftentimes, men who decide they're going to abuse women. The women walk away from that with PTSD, and so it's a real thing, and there's no set of rules. It can be any way it falls on you. So I wrote this song right after that friend's viewing hours at the funeral home, and I wrote it about all the bridges I burned, and uh, people that crossed my life and I just briefly met and disposed of, and my inability to have a sustained relationship ever. Yeah, I mean, if you count live-in girlfriends, I'm like 0 for 7, 3 wives, and. But I wrote that song, and the lyrics are kind of heavy. And so some people asked me to play that entire song, and I'm going to do that now. And while it's playing, I am going to come off screen, and I'm just going to let the song go. So this song is called I Hope Somebody Cries. And this is about a lonely guy without any friends, just dying and passing on into his reward. So let me come off screen, and I'll start the song for you. And, well, I hope you enjoy it, because it took a lot out of me writing it. I went through it many times, and when I went through and sang it, I could barely get through it until I got a little bit desensitized. But here you go. This is called I Hope Somebody Cries. A little boy, Daddy said to me, he said, boy, as you grow older, there's things you're gonna see. Life itself's not always fair, I'm sad to say that's true. You might have to do some things that you don't want to do. Go to school and get good grades, education's key. Then you can be anything that you decide to be. Later, I was in my teens, the army came to call. I signed up on the dotted line and swore to give my all. They sent me off to Vietnam to fight the Asian War, and never really did explain what I was fighting for. They sprayed the ground with Agent Orange to kill the shrubs and trees. It gave me diabetes and this damn PTSD. Women came into my life, but none would ever stay. And I hurt a lot of people that I passed along the way. Now that I'm an older man, there's one thing that I found. It's too late to apologize when you're 6 feet in the ground. Sometimes I sit alone at night and I begin to cry. I hope somebody cries when I die. When I die, when I'm gone, when there's no time left to right what I did wrong, when I play my last hand, I'll beg for your forgiveness and hope you understand. After all these years of life, there's one thing that I found. You just can't mend your fences when you're 6 feet underground. Sometimes I sit alone at night and tears fall from my eyes. I hope somebody cries when I die. When I die. To that handful of people that asked about that song, there it is. There's not much to say after that, other than if you know somebody that deals with any kind of depression of any kind for any reason, anything like PSD, uh, understand that PTSD is real, and maybe offer a hand or a shoulder to that friend. It'll mean a lot. I can tell you that for sure. So I'm gonna cut this off, and those of you that asked, there's your story.